follow my socials.
Hi beautiful people! Happy International Women's Day! Saint Seiya, Saintia Sho! Action with superpowers. So what did you think of the episode? Meow. Oh, and what else? Meow. No, wait. That's a light spoiler. Yeah, let's not. Yeah, woman. So I don't know. If you have seen Knights of the Zodiac, you basically know the premise of the world. If you saw the one Netflix did, yeah, that applies. Unfortunately. Cosmos first superpower, but not everybody has it. Since it's a series more focused on female characters, they decided to focus on a female evil goddess. And that far okay, but it does feel like these characters just became a female version of the same thing the male characters did. I literally caught myself thinking that she was Shiryu twice. The idea is not these are the same characters if they were women, so that kind of creates a problem. And it feels like the choices are, what would a woman do in that situation, instead of women are part of this thing and they are just as competent as men. The original had its problems with this, especially because it's already pretty old by this point, but a female warrior was a warrior that was a warrior. In fact, the first two that we see are Silver Saints, meaning they are a rank above of the men. So yeah, there is this problem. I never felt that Ares was particularly well developed in the original, but she was what she was. In this one, she just feels like another evil god with a bunch of servants. There's just one choice that I think was really good. But in general, the action was not particularly great, the villainess was not really well developed. We just have tropes that feel loose, but let the rocks roll. Look. I feel a lot of people are going to say I'm not a real fan, but I would defend Omega. It's not really well done, I'm not saying that, but there are some ideas that do work. One of them is the Aqua's armor. It is introduced as something that not everybody knows in that world, and it has a relationship with the Pegasus, so it works for what they were doing in Omega. Here is just an armor and that's it. So it feels empty. In the same way, you put a second one who is a dolphin and she attacks with Angel Splash. So it feels like those choices are, oh, this would be acceptable for a woman. Instead of, yeah, we have these armor and let's make them interesting. The choice that I think really works is that of creating the Saintia. It feels like they can develop this in an interesting way. Like we have people doing secret work, we have people doing specific work. Like they have a career and we just happen to not have seen it yet. But then you have the Dryads, for instance. Not that I don't want to see an order of Dryads or something like that, you can develop that and be interesting. But they just reduce Ares to, hey, she's another evil goddess, she has to have servants. If in her original movie she wasn't a goddess of deception, she was a goddess of chaos. She brought the dead back to life. She caused natural disasters. Here she's basically Hades, but not as important. So yeah, there's a lot of wasted potential. Besides a lot of things thrown in, not only tropes, that feel like nobody stopped to think about. Now she's a goddess of plants because apple, and that's not what the goddess was. But whatever, let's say the order that follows her has this direction and it's just because it is. It's chaotic. But why would you have an enemy whose power is creating plants all over the place? But her power is not creating plants, it's creating copies of herself from the plants. And she can create so many of them that she can defeat everybody. That's not a first enemy. Unless you do what they did here, which is to say, oh, that doesn't matter. When she has to be defeated, she'll be defeated. That's not good development. So yeah, you end up having this empty thing because people are more interested in saying, yeah, let's use images that are associated to women instead of actually developing the characters. And I made sure to talk about this one because it's the 5th year of the channel and I want to talk about Saint Seiya more. But that's it. What did you think of the episode? Leave it in the comments and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! And if you enjoyed it, please like, share with your friends, subscribe, and don't forget the bell.